What's up guys, Chartsmith here, back again with a new video. Yesterday was a pretty interesting day. I uploaded a video yesterday as well, talking about what my expectations were for the day. It kind of did what I think it would do, except for the point that it blasted up way earlier than I expected it to do. But I said yesterday as well, if the market wants to do it, it absolutely can. So I want to get into a bit of an analysis on yesterday because it was an interesting trade day. Fortunately, I messed some things up for myself. But if you mess things up, you also learn things. And then I want to get into the analysis of today. And that's the plan for this video. So let's get into yesterday's price action first. And then we can go to the price action for today. I said yesterday, quick recap, I'm not gonna go too in depth. If you draw on your structure, this is your higher low, you made the higher high, close to the all-time highs. Price couldn't take out the all-time highs, broke structure towards the downside. So on the 1 hour I was more bearish than bullish. Of course on the 4 hour you were still up until proven otherwise. Your invalidation point was here. But there was also enough liquidity to take out, PM low, previous day lows. So I was looking at those points for longs towards the all-time highs. But if you zoom in a bit more, 50 minute, 5 minute is maybe better. Then we look at this, the night session, Asia session was a lot of build-up liquidity. Then in one candle it got demolished by pre-London. After you took that out, you once again had some nice manipulation. Couldn't take out the high. I was making the video here yesterday. I said if we can take out this high and we're gonna reject it once again, as we did over here, I want to take some shorts. I was talking about it, I think over here. I said in the video, if we're gonna come up, leave open a high once again, I'm taking a short no matter what. Well, you got the short, you got up, couldn't take out the high. Of course you had a roof of SMTs over here, left open this structure high. Had a really nice respected for value gap on the 1 minute, inversed the gap, tested it back. But what was I doing? I was uploading the YouTube video of yesterday and I thought, oh, I can have a side eye on my chart and then I will not miss it. Well, I did miss it, so lesson learned there. Pretty dumb mistake. From now on, if it's macro, I'm looking at the charts. Was a pretty simple, clean, obvious trade to take. Nice target, nice risk to reward. After that it started grinding down a bit more, building up a lot of buy side liquidity for the market. It took out all the extreme liquidity from the move and right here a really big aggressive dump down. What does this most of the times mean when you are grinding down really slow the whole time, building up a lot of buy side liquidity? If the market all of a sudden makes a big dump like this and reclaims the dump really fast, it most of the time means it's ready to take out the buy side liquidity. What also happened over here, you pumped up a lot, claimed back the whole down move. Right here, you got in a lot of buyers because you break above the high, you have an aggressive pump, people are gonna FOMO into this, so a lot of people are gonna start buying here. Stop loss below this low, what happens? They manipulate here, fill up their orders, and then you also see it's just candles ripping up. It was just before CPI. I was also eating lunch here, so I missed that unfortunately. I also don't think I would have get into this trade, because you would have put in a market order instead of a limit order. And your stop loss on a place, I normally wouldn't do it, but I took a good lesson out of this, because when you do something like this, big dump down, reclaim, manipulation, 9 out of 10 times the market is just gonna rip away and you're not gonna get a limit entry. And also a stop loss below a normal low isn't always necessary. You can put your stop loss, yeah, it's not really your breakout candle, but the candle before the breakout candle. You could have put your stop loss there. If your risk to reward to your technical target is good enough, you can always mark it. So that was a lesson for me in this play. And that was yesterday. From there you had CPI, really bullish CPI news, and that almost instantly brought you towards new all-time highs. And from there New York just pushed it towards new all-time highs. So that was yesterday. Really interesting, really good trading day. Not for me, unfortunately, but new day, new chances. So let's get into the analysis for today. PM grinded up slowly. I see that was already above all-time highs. So we have a nice grind up. As you can see right here, once again in the night session, nice manipulation. Because if you draw on the structure, this is the 50-minute. I'm drawing this in on the 50-minute because it's, you have no price data to the left, so not really any PD arrays or for value gaps, breaker blocks, whatever I have to keep in mind when I'm charting. And on the 1 hour, as you can see, it's just a few candles that you can't really use to analyze this. Only this low is an interesting low and this low. But I'm gonna analyze this on a 15, 5 and 1 minute because it's really local price action analysis for me today. But you put in this higher low, higher high, new higher low and a new higher high. What did Asia do? Took out all the people that started buying in this whole up move, and from there, as you can see, really aggressive pump up towards probably some nice local liquidity. Yeah, slow grind down, scaring a lot of people that have to panic sell. First liquidity point almost instantly obliterated, and from there you started grinding up once again. What happens here? I have to zoom in a bit more and see. Yep, big pump up, put in your higher low, higher high, once again. A lot of people are gonna start buying here. Also nice build up sell side liquidity at these lows here, so strong liquidity to take out. Also some trend liquidity on the lows. What happened? Just after London started, it takes out all this sell side liquidity. Quick pump up because the orders have been filled here, obviously. And what is next? What is next is your Asia low. If it needs to, it wouldn't have given us a reaction like this. So it was pretty clear. You could look at all this build up buy side liquidity on the highs right here. You had this bullish for value gap that was made. And then you could have put in your order in the middle of the fair value gap, put your stop loss below the old liquidity and target equal highs on top here. I didn't take this trade because it was it was out of the macro. Sometimes I don't really mind a play out of the macro, but then I would need a bit more confirmations like a big SMT or manipulation that you do something like this and then take out all the early buyers. Then after macro, okay, I'm gonna take it, but this was a bit too aggressive for me. Also with this stop loss here and the buy order here. Of course, it was really likely you can go to the highs, but not something I normally take, so I'm not gonna take it all of a sudden right now. After that, London, this pump up, and for the rest of the day, we've just been making higher lows, higher highs, building up some nice liquidity on the lows. Maybe we can short towards it today. It's really difficult to say because if we had a nice liquidity target on the left to take out and maybe be a pivot point for a rotation towards the low, it would be easier to say. Right now, I can't say it. What would I need to see for that? The market would need to form some sort of range here, building up some more liquidity on the lows. Then it would need to break structure towards the downside, get in some buyers, come up, take out, get them some sellers. I mean, take out the sellers, give me a confirmation we can go towards the lows. Also, it would have need to be in confluence with a 5 or 15 minute structure break. So it would have need to made some kind of structure on the 5 minute, break it, and then on a 1 minute it would need to do something like this. Get in the early sellers, take out the sellers, leave open the high on the 5-minute, and then rip down. For longs, what do I need to see for longs? If we're not gonna get the short and the market is just gonna grind down, something like this, build up a lot of trend liquidity, take out a low like this, and maybe in the SMT that would be enough for me. Maybe even go to the London low, you never know. Just take out some kind of liquidity or build up enough liquidity and not take out a low and just have internal manipulation. We're doing things like this. Get in the buyers right here, take out the buyers, and then get into the position. So for me to get a trade today, it would need to build something like that, build up some liquidity like it's doing on the lows right here, or for an example, as it did right here. This would be a good example for what I would need to see. So that are the things that I'm waiting for this trading day. I hope the plan is clear. I hope you learned something from the trades of yesterday. I hope you are also ready for today. And then let's kill the market. If you enjoyed this video, leave behind a like. Also leave behind a comment. Give me some feedback if you think I need to do something different about the videos. If you enjoy them, you can also give some appreciation in the comments as well. Also subscribe on the channel to be updated on the new videos that are coming. And then I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Ciao!